Hi, this is Ed Duclos again, South Windsor High School Tech Content Coach, and this is part 2 of how to create a magazine. I just want to touch on a couple things from part 1. You'll notice that I was putting in copyright-free images, but I did not cite them. So I'm going to leave that up to your teacher. He or she can tell you exactly the process for this project in your class. The other thing, I was copying pictures and then just pasting them in. Google makes it really simple to go ahead and insert a picture. So insert, come down to image, and then from this right here, you can then go to your H drive. Obviously, if you're on your Chromebook, that's not available to you. You could search by upload by URL. You could also go through your Google Photos albums and then into your Google Drive. And last but not least, you could actually search it as well. The other thing that's nice about this is that they are labeled for commercial reuse. So a couple different things. All right, let's move on. So we we left, we had started our article right here. And one thing that you can see, there's some white space down below, so we're going to neaten that up right now. We're going to go in, and as we start to move it, you can see that bar to the left right there, and that says that it's even with the little caption box that we had. So we're all set there. We come on over to our next, and we have quick to add our title. So let's come back up here. Let's copy that. And let's come back down and we'll add that onto our new page. And we paste it in. And then we just put continued. And we'll make it a little bit smaller. We can change the size, change the text box itself. Do a lot of reconfiguring here. Just make that 24. And we'll shrink it just a little bit. And then we come back down here. We go back to our original article. And you remember where we left off. We had used the first 3. Oops, here we go. And so we'll just go in, we'll copy and paste. Let's copy through here. And now it's just a lot of mixing and matching. So basically we're on that second, we put it right there, and we paste it in. See, that's a little long right at this point, so we're going to come down here, and we're going to take the excess. Oops. We had that way too small, so let's go ahead and we'll put it 100%, and then we'll come back down here to the bottom of the text box, and we'll put the cursor down the bottom, and once that's all set, we'll cut this right here. And you can see how now it's much more even. We go to the top of the next column and we just paste in. And you can see how that works. Let's zoom that out a little bit so you can see how that looks now. And you can see how that's starting to fit. Okay, now at this point I could go ahead and I could go a full page of text, but typically readers don't like to see that. So what we'll do instead is we will shrink this text box. And I'm just going to do a quick little thing here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it. So I basically have the exact same box, but I'm going to come back up, and I'm going to use the arrows instead and move this down, and I'll show you why I'm doing this in just a minute. So we bring this down. So now I have 2 text boxes of the exact same thing. Of course, I'm going to take this out and take this out here. And now we just have an empty text box. The reason why I'm doing that is because I do not want a full page of text. So let me come back. Let's go ahead and grab another image. The focus of here is with Forrest Gump and the whole idea of history. So we're going to copy this. And then we're going to come back and we're going to paste it in. And we paste. And obviously it's too big. Now you can see, yep, there we go. We're going to go ahead and shrink this. And let's bring this down in here. Again, using the red lines to make sure everything's even. And now we'll see when we click on this box underneath, we're going to need to move that down as well. I use the arrows here. And you'll see that we're a little bit too far down now, so we adjust. And I'll bring that up. And then I'll continue to cut and paste my article. So you can see how that works, hopefully. Again, slide 1 in this particular project is just for the article itself. You're doing a magazine, you need to rethink the entire thing there, okay? A couple things that you can do real quick, just to kind of sprucing it up a little bit. It's like you come back to the first and you say, you know, I don't really like this quote as is. First, it doesn't have quote marks, and it should. But we're going to go ahead and put this over. You'll see why in just a minute. I'm going to make a little text box. And I'm going to make this transparent. So I come back to my paint, and then I go transparent. And then I'm going to put my quotes in. Oops. So I put the quotes in, and then what we're going to do is going to make them much bigger. A little tough here. Highlight them. Let's make them 72. Let's see what happens there. That looks pretty good. We're going to change the color. If you remember from the first, we were talking about moving this into a dark red. And we'll see how that works there. Oops, that was the outside. So, sorry, I made that the outside of there. We're going to go here instead. And we turn that in. That's looking better. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to make a copy of this. I'll show you why in just a minute. And we're going to paste that in. And we're going to move this down below. And we're going to move this one in up top. And so we're going to move this down and set it by feel. I go back to the arrows and then I move it exactly where I want. And then down here you take a look and you say, oops, we got them upside down. So we go to this right here and we just spin it. Not too far, a little touchy. Not exactly. I'm going to go just a little bit farther. And for our purposes, that'll be fine there. And you take a look at what we have. And the reason for doing this is keeping that color scheme throughout. So just a couple things. Hopefully you can start to see how this is starting to look more like a magazine. Let's take a look in view and let's present. And I think you might agree that we've got something that's starting to look like a magazine. All right, so hopefully this is helpful. A lot of different things that you can do with it. Hope you have fun doing your magazine. Have a great day.